Courage is more exciting than fear, and in the long run, it is easier.
We don't have to become heroes overnight. Just one step at a time, meeting each thing that comes up and discovering we have the strength to stare it down.
From breaking news to community events, we'll be bringing you all the information you need to stay informed.
Remember to follow us on our social media platforms: Facebook, Kings TV, YouTube, Kings Fraternity.
Let's get started. First, we take a look at the top headlines.
Cabinet Secretary Justin Muturi skips cabinet's meeting over abduction.
Moi girls engulfed in praise and authorities respond to the emergency.
Mango slums fire tragedy leaves several families homeless.
And it is a great pleasure to have you today. I am Bogo Felix and welcome to our local news broadcast. Thank you for joining us today.
That's right, and my name is Wambui Nyokabi, and we have got all the latest updates from around the town as well as some important stories you won't want to miss.
Let's begin with Public Service Cabinet Secretary Justin Muturi skips a cabinet meeting on Tuesday 21st held at Kakamega State Lounge in Kakamega County.
His absence brought about many questions, some sources suggesting that his absentia was due to his political differences with President William Ruto. Fidelis Mirigi, take us through this report.
Public Service Cabinet Secretary Justin Muturi was a no-show in Tuesday's cabinet meeting held at the Kakamega State Lounge in Kakamega County. Images revealed Muturi's absence in the morning as President William Ruto met his other 22 cabinet secretaries. Muturi's absence is ostensibly due to his standoff with the state over the spate of abduction witnessed in December 2024. The CS challenged national security over the disappearance of youthful Kenyans, demanding answers on why his son was also abducted in June 2024.
My statement with the DCI explains the various steps that I took to secure his release.
His remarks have invited threats from political leaders, among them National Assembly Majority Whip Sylvanus Osoro, warning him that he faces impeachment if he does not apologize to President Ruto.
I would just say bring it on. At my age, I'm not the kind of person to respond to some of it is really very perfunctory statement made by fairly inexperienced politicians. I think they are not worthy my response. So if anybody thinks that I don't know what I'm doing, then they are up for a rude shock.
Muturi has boldly vowed to take on his political nemesis, stating he will now cower to threats from junior politicians.
Public Service Cabinet Secretary Justin Muturi has claimed over abductions after his absentia in a meeting held by President William Ruto with other 22 cabinet secretaries in Kakamega. Reporting for Kings TV, I am Fidelis Mirigi.
Thank you, Fidelis Mirigi, for your report. A fire incident on Monday 20th was reported at Moi Girls High School in Nairobi.
The school has experienced several fire outbreaks over the years, where the most notable incidents were in 2017 and 2022.
Kenya Red Cross confirmed the incident, saying the inferno began late in the evening and the cause of the fire was not yet to be established. Moses Wanjiko has more on this.
A fire incident was reported on Monday 20th at Moi Girls High School, Nairobi County. A wave of uncertainty surrounded the safety of the student, although preliminary reports suggested that all students had been evacuated from the building. Minor injuries were reported from the fire, but the mainly stabbed that occurred as the girls were being evacuated from the burning dormitory. The Kenya Red Cross confirmed the incident, saying the inferno began late in the evening, while the cause of the fire is yet to be established, leaving properties worth millions of money destructed. Incidentally, the incident came barely 2 weeks after school reopened from the 2025 academic year, which officially kicked off on January 6th. Moi Girls High School has a history of fire incidents, with one of the most recent one resulting in a devastating tragedy. In September 2017, a dormitory fire claimed the lives of 10 students, with a 14-year-old guilty of arson. She was effectively charged with manslaughter. The Moi Girls High School fire was the latest fire incident in the learning institution, coming just 5 days after a similar inferno at the University of Nairobi. Reporting for Kings TV, my name is Moses Wanjiko.
Thank you so much, Moses Wanjiko. Several families have been left homeless and property of unknown value destroyed following a Monday night fire that razed down rental houses at the Manguo slums in Nyahururu town, Laikipia County.
Reports indicate the fire started at around 7:30 p.m. from one of the timber house before spreading near the houses. The same inferno was experienced in Eldoret, Kitale. The same inferno was experienced in Eldoret, Kitale. The fire was suspected to be a massive gas explosion causing massive fire.
Over 300 families were left homeless after a fire outbreak on Monday, January 20th at night in Manguo village on the outskirts of Nyahururu town, Laikipia County. This affected 7 plots that were destroyed by the fire tragedy, property worth 500 million Kenya shillings. Witness reporting that the fire began at one of the houses at approximately 7 p.m. and quickly spread to other houses. Attempts to stop the fire were unsuccessful as residents were using buckets of water while others were trying to salvage what they could. Property worth millions reduced to ashes during the outbreak. When Laikipia County fire engine finally arrived, a few minutes later residents were shocked to find that it was running low on water. Now angry residents then flocked to the streets, blocking the busy Nyahururu Nyeri road to show their dissatisfaction, claiming that county firefighters failed to intervene quickly, resulting in the destruction of millions of their hard-earned property. They're now asking the county administration for assistance, as many families have been affected and require immediate assistance. The cause of the fire has not been determined, but police have launched investigations into the incident.
Sisi tulikuwa kwa nyumba tukasikia duru. Mimi kutoka nikaona moto. Nikapiga duru, watu wakatoka. Sasa kutoka tukaona watu wanajaribu kupima hiyo moto. Ikashida watu. Sasa watu wakaanza kukuja kutoa vitu kwa hii ploti yetu kabla moto ikuje kwa ploti yetu. Watu wakatoa vitu mpaka moto sasa wakaona moto itawashoma wakatoka. Sasa watu wengi hawakutoa vitu. Hata wengine hawatujui tutawala.
Kwanza kabisa kuna janga ambalo limetokea na tayari huu moto unaendelea kuteketea. Umekuwa ukiteketea kutoka mwendo wa saa 1. Jambo la kuvunja moyo ni ya kwamba hili gari la zimamoto limekuja hapa halikuwa na maji. Swali ni kujiuliza walikuja kufanya nini ikiwa hakuwa na maji? Kama wangekuwa na maji moto huu ungekuwa umefika hiki kiwango. Na vile ambavyo tungependa kusema ni tuongeze basi gari la moto, kwa sababu sehemu hii imekuwa kuwa na hii shida ya moto kila wakati. Na hata hawa wananchi wamefanya vizuri, kwa sababu gari limekuja likakaa hapa lenyewe likaanza kuteketea. Wakaambiwa waondoke kwa sababu hata wenyewe wangechomekea hapa. Gari linachomeka kwa sababu halina maji. Na wamekuja, unajua wakati yule mwingine wanasema kizingizio ati hakuna barabara. Hapa kuna barabara, hizi nyumba zimetengenezwa vizuri, lakini wao wenyewe wamekuja hawana maji. Nyumba ambazo zinachomeka hapa ni nyumba nyingi. Tunakaa hapa tunaangalia kwa sababu gari za moto haina maji na hakuna jambo lolote tunaweza kufanya. Tunajaribu kadri ya uwezo wetu, vijana wa hapa wanajaribu. Ni kadri ya nyumba kama 200 ambazo zimechomeka hapa. Ni jambo la kuvunja moyo na siwezi kuongea kupita hapo kwa sababu hata mimi naona aibu kusimama kuona nyumba zikiungua.
This comes again after another inferno was experienced along Eldoret-Kitale Highway in Moi's Bridge after a suspected gas explosion causing a massive fire. The inferno, which engulfed several businesses and shops in the market area, sent residents into panic as fire engines worked to contain the blaze. Firefighters from the county government were quick to respond, preventing the fire from spreading to nearby residential areas. Pius Kariuki, Kings TV.
Kenya has sent 217 police officers to Haiti as part of United Nations peacekeeping mission.
The officers will be part of the UN stabilization mission in Haiti, which aims to support the country's effort to strengthen the rule of law, security and justice.
This deployment of Kenyan police officers to Haiti is part of Kenya's commitment to contributing to international peace and security efforts. We take a look at this report.
Kenya sent 217 police officers to Haiti on Saturday 18th January, providing backup to security mission in the Caribbean country where rampant gang violence has displaced more than 1 million people. Kenya Interior Minister Kipchumba Murkomen said the new group comprised of 217 police from Kenya who would join 400 officers sent last year. While receiving the troops, Haitian President Fritz Alphonse Jeans thanked Kenyan for their unwavering support in fighting gang insurgents in the nation, affirming that the Caribbean nation will ensure the soldiers remain safe. On his part, Kenya's Deputy Inspector General of Police, Gilbert Masengeri, urged the officers to remain vigilant and help the war-torn nation regain peace.
You are individual representatives of our country, and more importantly, representatives of the National Police Service. So your conduct there is critically important for all of us here.
You know, the work you're going to do will be written in many books in the world. Already Kenya now, your friends who are ahead of you are already in
Kenya has led the effort to staff the multinational security support MSS mission, originally promising to deploy a total of 1,000 police officers. However, Reuters reported last month that nearly 20 police in the initial deployment submitted letters of resignation for the anti-gang mission due to pay delays and poor conditions. The MSS in Haiti, which is led by top Kenyan police officers, said in response that its offers had received their salaries and no resignation was received. The nation of Bahamas, Guatemala, Jamaica and Belize, among other countries, have also contributed over 3,100 troops as part of a UN-backed anti-gang force. Following the anti-government violence in Haiti, Kenya has sent the first batch of police officers, 30 being female officers and 187 being male officers, to help the first troop in the peacekeeping mission. Reporting for Kings TV, my name is Mbogo Felix. We take our first commercial break. We will be right back.
Welcome back. The Council of Governors in Kenya has called on the Controller of Budget, Dr. Margaret Nyakango, to contribute towards the provision of bursaries for students from vulnerable backgrounds.
This comes after Dr. Nyakango issued the controversial directive to all 47 counties, instructing them to stop allocating the bursaries in schools.
The Council of Governors on Monday 20th called on the Controller of Budget, Dr. Margaret Nyakango, to convene a meeting for further discussion regarding her directive to suspend county government from providing financial assistance to needy students. The governors argue that such responsibilities lies with the national government, and they have warned of taking legal action if the direction is not preceded.
Mambo ya basari, sisi tumetoa forms. Watu wetu wachukue forms za basari kwa sababu vijana wetu wengi hawana uwezo. Lakini la kushangaza ni kwamba tuko na mama mmoja anaitwa Professor Daktari Margaret Nyakango, Controller of Budget. Yeye anasema counties hazistahili kupatiana basari kwa watoto ambao wamefanya mtihani na hawana ile school fees ya kwenda kwa shule za upili. Nataka kuambia Control of Budget, sisi kama governors, sisi ndio tuko pale chini. Tunaelewa yule ambaye hajiwezi. So huwezi sema ya kwamba governors hawastahili kupatiana basari. I want to call upon Control of Budget, please let governors do their social responsibility ya kusaidia wananchi wa pale chini.
A few days after Dr. Nyakango issued the controversial directive to all 47 counties, instructing them to stop allocating bursaries for students, the governors have indicated that if their concerns are not addressed, they will resort to legal action. As the matter remains unresolved, the governor remains to be hopeful that the constructive dialogue with Dr. Nyakango will ensure continued support to all students across the country. Christine Wamboy, Kings TV. Kenya's former Prime Minister Raila Odinga may be a seasoned politician, but how much has he have left in the tank to cross the finish line in the race for the chairmanship of the African Union Commission?
And this brings about our question of the day. What next if Raila Odinga loses the African Union Commission bid seat? Jengandongo will take us through this report.
Raila, a seasoned politician, is running for chairmanship for the AUC election slated for February in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Raila Odinga is a battle-scared campaigner and an astute mobilizer who enjoys the backing of key bases that could secure victory for a candidate in 2027. Former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, the opposition leader, he used to cause crisis through chances till last year handshake with President William Ruto and get the support for vying the chairmanship in African Union Commission. Kenyans are still waiting to see whether Raila wins or loses the AUC election, and if he will lose AUC, will he abandon William Ruto or he will continue supporting the government of Kenya?
Haya, Rajambili hoye, Kisi hoye, vijana hoye, wamama hai, abande maminta mbuya mure. Bwemore naende Jokayana Mosaore uru Unmaber. Asanteni sana. Baba amekuja, amerudi. Niliambia Simba nataka nikuje nipite nisalimu watu wangu kwa mwaka mpya. Manake mwaka mpya sijafika pande hii. Ndio sababu nimekuja, na tena nilihangaika sana niliposikia vile walikuwa nafanyia Simba. Nimeona Simba anapigwa na risasi pale iko. Nikasema mimi nitakuja mwenyewe niongee hapa katika kiwanja ya Kisii. Maana yake mnajua hii katiba mpya tulileta ilikuja na damu. haikuja kwa njia ya urahisi. Wakenya walipigania, kuna wale ambao walipinga hii katiba. Wale ambao walipinga hii katiba hawajui maana hii katiba. Ile katiba mkongwe ilikuwa imeunganishwa na ile katiba ya ukoloni ya kutawala wananchi. Ndio sababu kila kitu, nguvu yote ilikuwa ni Nairobi.
This is after Raila Odinga's speech saying that he will vie for president if he fails AUC election. Kenyans are still wondering if Raila will abandon Ruto and unite with the former president Uhuru Kenyatta and former vice president Rigathi Gachagua to bring down the president Ruto from the government. Lose of Raila would make him return to local politics, a move that would throw Ruto young tax and guards keen to inherit his political basis of balance. The big question remains, will Raila Odinga come back and run for presidency? If in one way loses the AUC bid seat. Now Kenyans are still waiting the AUC election with fear. If Raila Odinga will win the election or not, and what if he fails, what will happen in our country politics? Reporting for Kings TV, my name is Jenga Ndongo.
Thank you so much, Jenga. Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has fired at former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua for his unpleasant trolls against the government.
The statement is likely in reference to the recent political tension in Kenya, which have been characterized by accusation of corruption and political manipulation. Mary Kimani with more details.
Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has fired at former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua for his unpleasant trolls against the government. Speaking at the roadside rally in Kakamega County on Monday 20th, Mudavadi urged Gachagua to tone down his fury against the state and instead focus on furthering his professional interests. He further noted that Kenyans should embrace Kenya Kwanza development agenda and desist from endorsing divisive politics from individuals who stand no chance of holding elective positions. Mudavadi, also the Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary, urged Kenyans to examine the law and use it as their sanity compass before pledging loyalty to politicians. Since Gachagua's impeachment in October 2024, he has launched attack on his former boss President Ruto and his government. He has also rallied most of his supporters from Mount Kenya region to remain in the offensive corner and disclosed that his political party will be unveiled next month.
The former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, who was impeached on October 2024, has been all criticizing the government. This has made the Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi to hit out at him over his continued attacks to the government, telling him he should focus on furthering his professional interest. Musalia Mudavadi has added that they are all firmly on course on delivering their agenda to the citizen and not being distracted by his rhetoric. Kings TV, Mary Kimani.
Thank you, Kimani, for the report. The government has assured Kenyans that no jobs will be lost following the cabinet decision to merge 42 states' corporation into 20 entities as part of fiscal consideration efforts.
The government on Tuesday approved sweeping reforms aimed at eliminating inefficiency, improving services delivery, and easing the financial burden on the national budget. Ruth Kamau with the details.
State House spokesperson Hussein Mohammed says no job will be lost following the cabinet's decision to merge 42 state corporations deemed to have related or overlapping functions into 20 agencies. 9 government agencies will also be dissolved in the reforms announced following a cabinet meeting President William Ruto chaired at the Kakamega State Lodge. Others will be restructured in a move the government says will reduce wastage of public resources. The decision has sparked speculation about job losses for Kenyans working in the affected state corporations. However, the State House spokesperson Hussein Mohammed on Wednesday said all affected employees will be absorbed into the public service and no role will be lost. The cabinet on Tuesday said a national treasury assessment found many corporations have struggled to meet their statutory obligations, resulting in pending bills amounting to cash 94.4 billion as of March 31st, 2024. Among the 42 corporations proposed for merge are the University Fund, which is set to be merged with the Higher Education Loans Board, and the Kenya Rural Roads Authority to be consolidated with the Kenya Urban Roads Authority.
State House spokesperson Hussein Mohammed said that no job will be lost following the cabinet's decision to merge 42 state corporations deemed to have related or overlapping functions into 20 agencies. Reporting for Kings TV, my name is Ruth Kamau.
Thank you, Ruth Kamau. We take another commercial break. We will be right back with business news.
Chunga maisha dereva na petals. Chunga maisha dereva na petals. Usikubali mafunzo ya vichochoroni. Usikubali mafunzo ya vichochoroni. Wazazi wako wanakuhitaji, watoto wako wanakuhitaji, ndugu na dada wanakuhitaji, marafiki wako wanakuhitaji. Usikunywe pombe na uendeshe gari, usitumie simu na uendeshe gari.
Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work.
And the only way to do great works is to love what you do. Jane Gethi with the business reports.
The Kenyan economy is changing day by day, month by month, and year by year. The prices of commodities have changed, some increasing and others decreasing. Therefore, the cost of living is becoming more expensive. I managed to visit various markets to examine prices of commodities. In the Kiambu market, I found out that there are items that have decreased in price, making a difference from the last year. In last year, 90 kg of maize cost 3,000 and in the current year cost 4,500. 1 kg of onions cost 90 and in the current year cost 80. 50 kg of rice cost 3,000 and current year 4,500. 90 kg of beans cost 14,000 and current year cost 10,000. 1 kg of tomato cost 80 bob and current year cost 90. A sack of Irish potatoes cost 3,800 and in the current year cost 4,500. Reporting for Kings TV, I'm Gethi Jane, Kiambu County.
Away from the business news, we dive into health news with Frida Kahiga.
Human papillomavirus HPV infection is caused by virus from the Papillomaviridae family. The infection occurs when the virus enters your body, usually through a cut in your body, and the virus is transferred primarily by skin-to-skin contact. On 19 January, Public Health Principal Secretary Mary Muthoni called on parents to get their daughters vaccinated for HPV. January being Cervical Cancer Awareness Month, the government is committed to ensure all girls below the age of 15 get vaccinated to protect them against HPV, which can cause cervical cancer.
Chanjo kwa wasichana wetu wa miaka 9 mpaka miaka 15 kuzuia hawa kwa ugonjwa wa saratani. Ile HPV vaccine that is going to assist our girls in matters to do with cervical cancer. We have enough vaccines in Kenya to make sure that all our girls aged between the ages of 9 and 15 can be given those vaccines so that we can protect them from cervical cancer that is destroying and killing many girls and many women in the Republic of Kenya.
Mary Muthoni said that through the community health promoters, the Ministry of Health has embarked on an awareness campaign to encourage parents to get their children vaccinated, noting that it is safe and they should not fear it. In addition, she said regular cervical cancer screening can detect precancerous stages early, calling on women aged between 25 and 50 to be screened for cervical cancer every 5 years, starting at age 25.
This month is Cervical Cancer Month, and my campaign is moving from one church to the other, from one community to the other, reminding the women, reminding the mothers to take the young girls for vaccination of HPV, which is very critical at this time. Any girl in Kenya who is between the age of 15 years and below should be taken for vaccination of HPV vaccine. Again, any woman who is at the age of 25 years and 50 years, it is important that they go to a health facility for screening. This is the month that we have to talk about this. Albeit we will continue having this campaign throughout the year, it is important to observe this month, and I'm calling upon all the women to observe it by ensuring they have gone to the health facility and be vaccinated. Most of the diseases in our society today are preventable, and the one thing that we are insisting on is early detection, and the early detection can only be done through screening.
The only way to prevent the HPV infection is by getting the HPV vaccines. Reporting for Kings TV, Frida Kahiga.
Thank you so much. We will be back after this commercial break.
This is Petan's Technical Training Institute, School of Journalism and Media Studies. Imagine technology, new media, digital media, the latest running methods, well-rounded and ready to operate the digital economy. Welcome to Petan's Technical Training Institute, Kiambu Campus, School of Journalism and Media Studies, your school of media excellence, training future media experts.
I'm Simon Overo.
So hi everyone, my name is Mary. Hi everyone, my name is Carol Karemis. I'm a student at Petan's Technical Training Institute.
I've been studying my diploma in journalism and mass communication where I've had great experience throughout the media industry.
Also, Petans Technical College is very much equipped with every equipment. Anyone willing to do journalism and mass communication, visit our main campus that is in Kiambu Town, Petans Plaza, and enroll.
Champions keep praying until they get it right. Welcome to Sports News with Alex Wambua.
Muturi United chairman Bob Manro will be cremated next Tuesday, January 28th at Karioko Crematorium. Manro, 82 years, passed away last Sunday evening at East Westland resident after battling a respiratory illness for the past months. Rafinha scores a late comeback goal as Barcelona beats Benfica 5-4 in UEFA Champions League at the Stadio on Tuesday night.
Has won it for Barcelona! I do not believe it!
Manchester City chances of Champions League progress are in peril after they lost a 2-goal lead to slump to defeat against Paris Saint-Germain at Parc des Princes.
Options as well, Barcola, and one of them Dewey against the bar, Barcola, shoots! Martinez's ball in. Oh, he's unmarked! Win that game against Bruges, and it's offside. That is the defence. His ball in's a good one towards Havertz! His ball in's a good one, and Martin Odegaard is there to bunt.
Manchester United skipper Bruno Fernandes scored a dramatic stoppage time winner to give his Manchester City have completed the signing of defender Victor Reis in 29.6 million pounds from Palmeiras and forward Omar Mamosh from Eintracht Frankfurt for 70 million euros. Reporting Kings TV, Alex Wambua.
Now today's question, what next if Raila loses the AUC bid?
Right, Ken from Muranga says if Raila Odinga loses the AUC bid, he will come to Kenyan politics. That is Ken from Muranga. Lucy says that if Raila Amolo Odinga loses the AUC bid, we don't want to see him as running as a president in Kenya.
On my side, I can see Wanjiku Kimani losing the bid for this seat does not mean that Raila's political career is over or that he will be unable to continue to play a role in Kenya politics. Thank you, Wanjiku. I can see Mwangi. Raila has a long and influential career in Kenyan politics, and he remains a prominent figure in the country's political landscape.
Alright, that marks the end of our bulletin today. Many thanks for keeping us company. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms, Facebook, Kings TV, YouTube.
Kings Fraternity. And my name is Wamboi Nyokabi.
And I am Bogo Felix. Keep it, Kings TV.